blue cheese go hand in hand. And today we're going to be doing a spinach red onion salad with bacon blue cheese dressing that is warm. And what a wonderful combination we're going to have on one plate. So let's start off with our bacon blue cheese dressing. We have diced thick smoked bacon, chopped shallots, chopped garlic, a little white wine vinegar, a little cream, chicken stock, delicious buttermilk, a little salt, pepper, some beautiful chunks of blue cheese, and what I'm going to show you in a little bit is how to do cornstarch the correct way. First, we're going to add our thick-cut smoked bacon to our hot pan, and we're going to render our bacon. Now, rendering is a new word on Dean's Cuisine, which means we're going to extract as much of the grease out of the bacon so we have the great crispiness of the bacon to use for our salad, and we're going to use the remaining bacon grease for our actual dressing. Now, after our bacon is nice and brown and crisp, we're going to remove it. And we need a little bit of the bacon grease to finish our blue cheese dressing. Now we're going to add our shallots, chopped, our garlic, and just quickly saute in the remaining bacon fat. We're going to deglaze, another big word for Dean's Cuisine. That means we're going to add our vinegar and deglaze the pan. And that's to remove any of the little bits of the bacon that are stuck to the bottom of the pan. And we want to reduce it just a little bit. It's best that when you're cooking with vinegar that we just reduce it a little bit to imply a little bit of its flavor so it's not so raw tasting. Now we're going to add our cream. We're going to add our chicken stock. And now we're going to add our fresh from the farm buttermilk. We need to bring that to a boil. And while that is coming to a boil, let's talk a little bit about cornstarch. It's very important that the mixture between cornstarch and water is equal. And you don't need a lot of cornstarch to thicken our bacon blue cheese dressing. All we need is a little bit just to tighten it, just to bring it in a little bit. So I have 1 tablespoon of cornstarch here, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of water, and we're going to mix it together. So after we mix our cornstarch, we can never add our cornstarch mixture into a pan that is not boiling. Now, when our mixture has started to boil, we can slowly add our cornstarch mixture. And we're going to add a little bit at a time and stir, because we don't want it like wallpaper paste. We want it just nice and binded that it'll coat the back of a spoon. And that's as thick as we want it. Nice. And that is starting to smell delicious. After we've added our cornstarch, it's very important that we cook the cornstarch out. It needs to cook or simmer, and that's little tiny bubbles, for at least 10 minutes, so it doesn't taste pasty. Now, we're going to finish our wonderful dressing right here with our blue cheese. And we're just going to fold the blue cheese in. We're going to turn it, remove our mixture, our buttermilk mixture, from the fire, or turn the fire off, and we're going to add the cheese and just fold it in with a spoon. Then we're going to season it with a little salt, and a little fresh ground black pepper, which is my favorite. And then let's taste. We need to always check for seasoning. That could be possibly the best batch of bacon blue cheese dressing I've ever made. Now, let's begin with our spinach red onion salad. We have julienne spinach, which we have washed very well. Now remember, spinach is grown in sand, has a lot of grit, needs to be washed very well. And remove the stem, and then roll it all up, pile the leaves up on top of each other, roll it up, and then julienne it, and you'll get this same result. We have some julienne carrot, some sliced red onions, and then for our onion mixture, we have sugar and vinegar. To make our marinated onions, it's very easy. We add our sliced red onions. We're going to add our sushi vinegar. Now this is a sweetened rice wine vinegar. And it's a product from Japan, and you can find it in almost any of the stores now. I'm adding our sugar, about a tablespoon. We're going to mix, and then we're just going to let it marinate for about 15 minutes. Now we're ready to put our bacon blue cheese dressing with our spinach red onion salad together. And we're going to add our spinach into a bowl with our julienne carrots. Now remember the bacon that we have put aside that is nice and crisp. And the dressing for this salad is going to be the onions that we have marinated in our vinegar and sugar. Now we don't need a lot of the juice. And we're going to toss. Now we're ready for our plating. Now on this salad, we're going to put our blue cheese dressing on the bottom of the plate. I know it sounds unusual, but you'll see that we'll get a beautiful presentation. It's warm. Now we're going to add our spinach right on top. And your guests are going to be thinking they're eating at the mansion when they see this presentation. And pile it high. Height is in now. We want to get everything very high. And that smells and looks incredible. Well, this is the type of salad that we serve on Dean's Cuisine.